Hi, good evening. I hope you are doing amazing and welcome to this college chat. I don't even know if I gave it a title, but welcome to this college chat. I hope you are having a wonderful winning Wednesday. Please comment, let me know where you're watching from, and let me know that you can see and hear me okay. This is the first time that I've done a live without scheduling it officially. So I'm sharing to my personal Facebook page, my Vision Speak Consulting Facebook page, and then my Vision Speak Consulting YouTube channel. So welcome. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments. And I'm going to go ahead and get into it because I am not going to be before you long. Does everybody say that? I really don't want to be, well, let me say like this. I want to be on for about 10 minutes and just share what's on my heart around the college admissions and financial aid process and be of encouragement to students, be of encouragement to families. And maybe you don't have a student in your life personally or close to you that is in high school and has aspirations of going to college, but maybe you know someone or someone on your timeline has a student or maybe is that student that's interested in going to college. Share this. So two assignments right now. Comment, drop in the comments, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. And then number two, hit the share button wherever you're watching this. If you're on Facebook, you hit the share, and of course it'll share to your timeline. If you're on YouTube and you click that share button, you'll get the link to share. So you can text somebody. So text like 5 people to let them know that we're talking all about college admission tonight. But it won't be long. We won't be on here long, okay? But so glad you're here. My name is Dr. Candice. I didn't put my last name, but Dr. Candice Johnson. And I am a college admissions and financial aid expert and coach, along with some other things. But certainly glad and grateful to be able to serve families. And I've been doing it for 20 years, which is hard to imagine because it was 20 years ago when I started in my first college access position as a youth counselor at Kentuckiana. It was called Kentuckiana Works. No, it was called Kentuckiana College Access Center. Now it's called Kentuckiana Works, if I'm not mistaken, College Access Center. And I served as a youth counselor with the Educational Talent Search Program. That's a federal TRIO program. And I served 3 schools. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. I served 2 high schools and 1 middle school at the time, and worked with a beautiful cohort of students and administrators at the school to guide them in the college process. We went on college tours. I helped them fill out their FAFSA. We looked for scholarships, and it was a joy to work with the students and families and even the school administrators in that process. So let me get started. I have 3 things, 3 tips, 3 thoughts that I want to share with families. And number 1 is, if you are the parent or guardian or auntie, uncle of a junior or senior in high school, or perhaps they're in 9th or 10th grade, or maybe even middle school, but they're college bound, they have aspirations to go to college, I want you to know that you don't have to have everything figured out. That is thought tip number 1. You do not have to have everything figured out. And actually, I want you to type that in the comments. I don't have to have everything figured out. We do not have the capacity to know all the things. We know a lot, right? There's a lot of ways that we're gathering information all of the time. I mean, you're watching me live now and you're hearing this information, and all day long you have been viewing different messages, whether it's here on a social media platform, in the work that you do, maybe through a conversation you have with someone, right? We know how to, and I'm raising my hand. I know how to gather information, but I also know that I don't have the capacity to know everything. Now, sometimes that frustrates me because I want to know everything. But then there's a beautiful reminder. It's like, Candice, your brain can't even handle that. And that's okay. That is okay. You don't have to have everything figured out when it comes to the college admission and financial aid process. But I believe that you have within you a tip, a next step that can help guide your student forward. So I'm speaking directly to parents and guardians, auntie, uncles, grandparents of the high schooler that is desiring to go to college, or perhaps they just graduated and are going to start college next month, which next month actually starts on Saturday. August is Saturday, right? You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to know everything because there are people and there are resources where you can get the help that you need. So I hope that causes you just to breathe and know that you don't have to know all the things, but what you do know can help your student take a step, take a step forward. So that's thought number one. And then the second thought that I have, and I'm going to say something, then I'll kind of get to the official thought, is that a lot of times it's, I think, easy to start with, okay, what college do you want to go to? What college are you interested in? We have well over 2,000 colleges just here in the United States. I'm broadcasting from the United States. So that doesn't include other universities across the world. We have a lot of education, a lot of educational institutions. A lot. If you think about even where the city you're in, you have your student has a lot of options even close by. They may not want to stay in the city. They may want to leave the city or even leave the state, right? So it's easy to start there. But I would challenge that and say, don't start with the list of colleges, but start with the student. And what I mean by that is start with naming and acknowledging the student's strength or asking them, what do you feel like your strengths are? What are the things that you do really, really well? Let's talk about you, amazing student, because you are amazing. And if you're around this student a lot, I'm sure you could even think of the things that they're really good at because you've watched them. I think about my own daughter and the things that she's really good at because I've watched her since I had her. And I saw her interests come to bloom. I'll never forget. Now, this is funny. She's not a gymnast, but I remember her watching the 2012 Olympics with Gabby Douglas, and Kyla got on the kitchen table, true story, and jumped off the table. I said, okay, she's fearless. Okay, she's interested in gymnastics. I'm going to put her in gymnastics because I don't have the flooring. I don't have a mat for her to land. So I need her to be somewhere that's has a little bit more cushion than the kitchen floor, right? And so she took a gymnastics class for 8 weeks. And it was really powerful because her cousins did gymnastics, did cheer. Her cousin Robert currently cheers for U of L. And so when them three would get together, they did gymnastics. Robert actually taught Kyla how to do her back. Oh, she's gonna get me if I don't say it right. I don't know if it was a back handspring or something, but anywho, so I was taking note of her interest, and for a good 8 weeks, she was in it. But then that dance was just springing out, so I then transitioned her to dance. But what I mean by that is take note of the strengths that your student has first before we go to a college list, right? And why is that important? Because those strengths need to be cultivated. And so we want to be intentional. And I know your student does too, want to be intentional about the environment they go to next, right after they graduate high school. And is it a place that those interests, those strengths are going to be cultivated, right? What's that next level of cultivation going to be for your student? Does that school have the program that's going to continue to help your student grow in their area of strengths? What opportunities are available at the college, at the university, at the apprenticeship? Again, that's going to help cultivate those strengths that are already inside of your students. So take note of their strengths, their interests, even their learning style. Are they auditory? Are they learner? Are they a visual learner? Are they kinesthetic? I think that's what it's called, kinetic. Are they more hands-on? And take note of that. And that can help guide, right, the type of learning environment that they're going to thrive in. Some of our students learn better online versus in person, or maybe they need more of a hybrid model. So what colleges offer those type of opportunities for the students? So knowing those things first is going to be a big help in terms of them finding schools that are going to be a good fit. So the first thought was you don't have to know everything. You don't have to have everything figured out in this process. And the second thought or tip is to start with the student's interests, their strengths, before we start naming all the colleges. Let those strengths, those interests, those learning styles be a guide to finding the best learning environment for your student. And then number three really is related to number one, is who is on your team. And if you're listening, hi, shout out to you. I would love for you to jump in the comments and just say hello. Just say hello. And if you're able to take, write out in the comments what I've talked about, the tips that I've shared. So the last one is, who is on your team? Who is on your team? So related to number one, you don't have to have everything figured out, but there's people that you know, or maybe people that you don't know, but you will come to know, that can help you and your student in the process, right? They can bring what they know, you bring what you know. Your student, of course, has knowledge about what they want to do next and what that looks like, and the team can help move it forward, right? Team, TEAM, together, everyone achieves more. We can't do this by ourselves. I am grateful. Let me shout out my team. Let me shout out my team, the people that helped me so long ago, but not that long ago. I remember being connected to my admissions counselor at Western Kentucky University. So shout out to Miss Finley. Oh my goodness. When I met her when I was in high school, she came and did a session in the principal's conference room. So everyone who was interested in Western Kentucky University at the time, there was probably only 6 of us who met with her, but I stuck beside her. I did. And once we met, she told me about the open house that Western was going to have at the Kentucky Derby Museum. She was there. She connected me to some of the professors in the journalism program. They then connected me with the summer program. I mean, just on and on and on. And I could call Miss Finley today and say, hey, we kept in touch even all these years later. She was a part of my team, and not just her, but so many others. But I just wanted to shout her out. So who is on your team that can be of help to you and your student in this process? Yes. Hey, Dr. Thomas. Thank you so much for being here. Heart. Shout out to you. Yes, founder and principal of MHG Preparatory Academy, a beautiful school here in Louisville, Kentucky. Go check them out. Go check out MHG, Mentor, Harness, Grow, MHG Preparatory Academy. So who is on your team? I would encourage you, parent, guardian, write down at least one person that you can connect with in terms of helping your student with the college admission process. Yes, it's good to have someone in your corner and know that you don't have to do this all by yourself. You can't. There's no way that you can. Joelle, shout out to you. Thank you for being here, always supporting. I appreciate you and I love you. And hey, Sharon, Rochelle, Thomas, thank you for being here. I love you so much. And thank you for watching. If you're watching the replay, please put #replay. I'm glad you're here, and pray this information is helpful for you. And so along with the thought, well, let me repeat them. The first thought I had around helping families and helping you navigate the college admission process and financial aid process is, number one, you don't have to figure everything out on your own. You can't. Number two, instead of starting with the college list, right? What school is my student going to? Start with the strength of the student, the interest the student has, their learning style, and then allow those things to guide them finding the school that's going to be the best fit for them, finding their next step that's going to be the best. There's a lot of pathways for our students. And so being intentional about knowing their strengths and them being confident and aware of the goodness that lives on the inside of them, their purpose, right? That's going to help them evaluate, okay, is this next step, this educational institution, going to be the best fit for me? And then I think that also helps them communicate what they're looking for, but starting with the things that interest them, and even knowing the things that don't. Even knowing what doesn't interest us, what we don't like, can help be a guide to cross some educational institutions out. or cross some career or major paths out, right? I'm not really strong in math, so I knew I wasn't going to do accounting. Well, at least I knew that, right? So the third point is who is on your team? Who can be of help to you because you don't and you can't have everything figured out, but who can help lead you and your student in this process. And so I am here to help. I'm hosting the College Confidence Live workshop tomorrow. I am so excited. I already have, I want to say about 19 families that have registered. We still have room, but I am so grateful for those 19 families. We're going to have such a good time tomorrow. And I'm going to be sharing on, it's called College Confidence Live. So it's a college planning workshop. And I'll be sharing 5 decisions that families need to make before their student clicks submit. 5 decisions that families need to make before their student clicks submit on a scholarship application, on an admissions application. And so actually August 1st, this Saturday, is officially the kickoff to the college application season. So if you have a senior or if you know of a senior in high school, they actually can start applying to college on Saturday if they're ready. I'm not saying rush and do that because there is time. But it's so funny. I didn't even think about that when I scheduled the workshop, but God knew. He knew, like, yeah, let's do it, 2 days before the application season officially starts. So we are gearing up for that. So let me put up the banner about the workshop. It is tomorrow, July 30th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Zoom. And I will put the link to the workshop in the comments. And so if you're watching this, you can click on the link and register. And here's the cool thing is that I am going to record the workshop. So if you're unable to make it live, register and you'll get a copy of the replay. So hopefully this link is showing up everywhere. If not, okay, I don't think it's posted to my personal Facebook page, but if what I'll do is go back and add it. But actually, I have a post pinned to my Facebook page. So you can get to my workshop or you can go directly to Vision Speak, and I'll put that in the comments too. visionspeaksconsulting.com, and the flyer to the workshop is front and center. When you click on that or click on register, you'll get directly to the registration page. Or if you're having trouble, just send me a message and I got you. I will send you the link directly. So come on in the workshop or share it with somebody that you know and say, hey, Dr. Candice is offering a complimentary workshop, and it's for juniors and seniors in high school and their families. Yes, yes, yes. I am so grateful. And what you're going to learn, as I mentioned, 5 decisions that families need to make before you click submit. You're going to leave clearer, with more clarity. You're going to leave with more confidence and know your next step. I hear from families, I hear from parents, and the question is, where do I start? My student is a junior, my student is a senior. I just don't know where to start. Start by coming in the workshop, and you're going to leave with your next step. You are going to leave with your next step and momentum to keep going. I have some other cool things I'm going to share in the workshop as well, some offerings and how I can serve your student and you. Yes, yes, yes. Let me go over the 3 thoughts one more time, and then we're going to get on out of here. Number 1, you don't have to have everything figured out. I hope that allows you to breathe. You don't have to have everything figured out, but I believe you have on the inside of you what you need to take your next step. Number 2, don't start with the college list. Start with who are you? Start with the student's strengths. Start with their interests. Start with what is their learning style? What type of learning environment is going to be best for them to thrive and flourish? And what type of learning environment is going to help cultivate those strengths that they have? And write it down. Write it down. And then lastly, who is on your team? Who can you reach out to be of help to you through this process? I received a beautiful, beautiful message today asking me about scholarship opportunities. And it just made me grateful that I am putting myself out there again, I would say, to share the knowledge that I have, the expertise that I have and I've gained for the past 20 years. And also being the parent of a college student. My daughter will be a sophomore in college. I get it. I get it. I get it. I really do. I don't know all the things, but I have some things that I can share, some wisdom that I can share. And I was able to share with her two resources. And she even said, I wish I would have reached out to you before, but I'm so glad she reached out now. It's because I shared online what I was doing. And I've received several messages like that within the last couple of weeks. And it's just a joy to me. And it's a reminder that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So I'm so grateful to be of service to your students. Goodness, whether they're here in Louisville, Kentucky, or across the world. If I don't know, I can call somebody. I can. Sharon, you can attest to that. I think you and Antonio can too. If I don't know, I'm gonna call somebody I know, right? We're gonna figure it out together, and that's what the team is all about. So, thank you all so much for tuning in, and you're amazing. I hope you have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you on Zoom tomorrow for College Confidence Live. We kick off at 7 p.m. It will be recorded, so if you aren't able to make it live, please still register, and I'll be sending out the replay on Friday. I'll send out the link to the replay on Friday, and the replay won't be up forever. I'm going to give you about 7 days to watch it, and then you get all that information, then I'm taking it down. Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Check the comments for the link to register for the workshop. And I'll see you then. Have a beautiful night and sweet, 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 sweet rest.